Here is something most people never stop to think about. You are already spending $100 a month on things you cannot even name. It does not disappear all at once. It goes quietly, a forgotten subscription on the 3rd, a meal you barely remember on the 9th, a few random purchases scattered across the month that individually felt harmless and collectively added up to exactly $100. Vanished, no return, no trace. What if that same $100 worked for you instead of disappearing from you? Not because it turns you into a millionaire next year, it does not. The first few years are honestly slow, and anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. But here is the truth that most people never stick around long enough to discover: that first $100 does not just sit in an account and grow. It rewires the way you think about every financial decision that comes after it, and that rewiring is ultimately worth more than the number in the account. The $100 is not the finish line, it is the starting gun. My name is Chris, and I show you exactly how consistent small investing quietly transforms your entire financial life from the ground up. If you want to understand what building real wealth actually looks like step by step, subscribe right now and hit the like button. Let us start at the very beginning. Month 1. You open a Fidelity or Vanguard or Schwab account on a Tuesday evening. The whole thing takes about 20 minutes. You link your checking account. You set up an automatic transfer of $100 to go out on the 1st of every month. You pick a total market index fund, VTI, FZROX, SWTSX, any of them will do. You confirm. You close the app. Done. That is literally the entire thing. 20 minutes, one decision, one automation setup, and when you wake up the next morning, absolutely nothing looks different. The coffee tastes the same. The commute is the same. Your account shows $100. The market did whatever it did. Overnight, life looks completely unchanged. This is the exact moment where most people underestimate what just happened to them. Because what happened was not just a transaction, it was a permanent shift in the category you belong to. Before that Tuesday night, you were someone who was going to invest someday. After that Tuesday night, you are someone who invests. Those two people are not the same. They make different decisions without even realizing it. They notice different things. They end up in completely different financial situations 20 years from now, right? And the only difference between them was one 20-minute action on a random Tuesday. The research on this is consistent and clear. The strongest predictor of continued investing behavior is simply having started. Not the amount you started with, not the market timing, not your income level. Whether the account exists and has money in it, you just cross that line. Everything from here is genuinely easier than what you just did. Now fast forward to month 6. The market drops 8% across 3 weeks. Your $600 in contributions is now sitting at approximately $563. You are down $37 on paper, and every instinct in your body is screaming that you need to do something about this right now. This is your first real test. Not of how much you know about finance, of how well you can do absolutely nothing when every signal around you is telling you to act. The investors who pass this test are the ones who look at the $563 balance, remind themselves they do not need this money for 30 years, and put the phone down without changing anything. That boring, quiet response is what separates people who build wealth from people who perpetually almost build wealth. The investors who fail this test move everything to cash, wait for the right moment to jump back in, and wait, and wait. And the market quietly recovers while they are waiting. They eventually buy back in at a higher price than they sold. This same cycle repeats through every single market dip for the next 20 years. The total damage is not small. It is often the entire difference between a comfortable future and a stressful one. JP Morgan ran the numbers on this, missing just the 10 best trading days in the market between 2003 and 2025 cut total returns in half. And here is the part that stings. Most of those 10 best days occurred within 2 weeks of the worst days in the market. The people hiding in cash waiting for stability missed the exact recovery they were waiting for because it started while the news still looked awful. Your $600 dropped to $563. You closed the app. You did absolutely nothing. That was the correct move. Now let us talk about year 1, 12 months of automatic $100 transfers. $1,200 contributed in total. At a 7% average annual return, your balance lands at approximately $1,247. You earned $47 on top of what you put in, $47, roughly the cost of one dinner out. From the outside, that sounds like a reason not to bother. From the inside, it is something more important. It is confirmation that the engine is running, because right now you are not building a large balance. You are building momentum and a rate of return that grows every single year on an expanding base. That $47 this year becomes approximately $94 next year on the same exact monthly contribution, simply because the base is larger. The year after that, it becomes around $145. It is not dramatic yet. It will not feel dramatic for a few more years, but it is compounding, it is accelerating, and every month you stay consistent gives it more fuel to work with. And here is something that does not show up in the balance at all. You are starting to see your entire financial life differently. You notice the expense ratio inside your workplace retirement account sitting at 1.2% when a nearly identical fund option charges 0.03%. You looked at your credit card balance and calculated for the first time what the interest is actually costing you compared to what your investment is earning. You spotted a $180 annual subscription you used maybe twice a year and canceled it. None of that happened because you forced yourself to become more disciplined. It happened because you became someone who pays attention to returns. And once you start watching returns, you automatically start seeing costs in a completely different light. By year 5, the numbers start telling a genuinely new story. 60 months in, $6,000 total contributed at 7% average annual return. Your balance is sitting at approximately $7,200. You have earned $1,200 beyond everything you put in. That return now represents 20% of your total balance, and it is no longer something you can round down and ignore. Here is the part that starts to feel real. Your account is now generating approximately $42 every single month on its own. No effort, no decision, just existing. That is nearly half your entire monthly contribution produced automatically. Give it 5 more years, and the monthly return from your investment will be larger than the monthly amount you are contributing. Your money will officially be outworking you, but year 5 comes with a warning that almost nobody talks about. This is the most dangerous point in the entire journey. Your income is higher than it was when you started. The $100 transfer that once felt like a meaningful commitment now barely registers, and a thought starts forming. You have been at this long enough. You deserve a break. Skipping 1 year will not change the big picture. That thought will cost you approximately $19,000. The person who pauses contributions at year 5 and picks them back up at year 8 has not simply missed $3,600 in contributions. They have lost the compounding on that money across the remaining 20 years of their investment timeline. At 7% annual returns, that $3,600 gap does not stay a $3,600 gap. By year 30, it becomes approximately $19,000 in lost growth. A decision that felt like a minor pause had a 5-figure price tag attached to it. Do not pause it. If your income has grown, increase it, but do not pause it. Year 10 looks like this. A full decade of consistency, $12,000 contributed. At 7% average annual return, the balance sits at approximately $17,400. You have made $5,400 purely from growth. The market contributed 45% of the total work this year. You contributed 55%. Next year, that split shifts further toward the market. The year after that, even more. The crossover point, where what the market earns you in a year surpasses what you are contributing in a year, arrives somewhere around year 12 to 13 at this level. After that, even if you stopped adding money entirely, the account would still grow more each year than you were ever putting in. You will not stop though, because by year 10, this is not something you maintain through discipline anymore. It is simply what happens on the first of every month, as unconsidered and automatic as any other fixed expense in your life. The identity you built on that Tuesday evening in month 1 is now permanent. Stopping would feel like the strange and unfamiliar choice. There is also something that has quietly accumulated by year 10 that no account balance can capture. You have a decade of evidence across market drops, life disruptions, income changes, and every other force that normally derails financial commitments that you are someone who follows through. That record of consistency is the most accurate predictor of where you will be financially at year 30. Year 20, 2 decades in. Yeah, $24,000 contributed at 7% average annual return. The balance reaches approximately $52,000. The market generated $28,000 beyond everything you personally put in across those 20 years. Your money has now made more money than you ever contributed yourself. The account you opened on a Tuesday evening with $100 is now fully self-sustaining. it grows every year by more than your total annual contribution. You are no longer the engine driving this forward. You are the person making sure nothing interrupts it. Year 30. And this is the number that stops people cold. 30 years of $100 a month without interruption. $36,000 contributed by you. Balance at 7% average annual return, approximately $121,000. The market generated $85,000 of that. You generated $36,000 for every single dollar you put in. The market contributed $2.36 alongside it. Your total return on contributions, 236%, from $100 a month from one Tuesday evening from 20 minutes. Now look at what scaling up does. $200 a month for 30 years at 7%, approximately $243,000. $300 a month, approximately $365,000. $500 a month, approximately $608,000. But look at every single one of those numbers carefully. The variable doing the heaviest lifting is not the monthly amount. It is the 30 years. Compounding needs time the same way a fire needs oxygen. Remove the time and none of this works. Add more of it and the results grow faster than the inputs ever rationally suggest they should. The person who starts at 25 with $100 arrives at 55 in a completely different financial position than the person who waits until 35 and contributes $300 a month, even though the second person put in more total money. The missing decade costs more than the missing dollars every single time without exception. So what actually changes when you start investing $100 a month? The account balance changes. Yes, that is the obvious one. But that is not what changes first. And it is not what matters most in the early years. What changes first is how you see money. The moment that account exists with real money in it, you start asking questions you never asked before. You look at expense ratios because you now have an account with expense ratios. You start genuinely grasping compound interest because you are watching it happen with your own money in real time. You look at your credit card balance and do the math on what it is actually costing you compared to what your investment is earning. You start seeing every unnecessary cost differently. This is a financial education that pays you to attend it. Every month the account exists, you learn something real about how money works that no podcast, no book, and no YouTube video will ever teach as effectively as having your own money doing real things in a real account. And then there is the shift that is hardest to name but most worth mentioning. It is the late night check of the banking app. In year one, that check is anxiety. The balance is too small to feel meaningful, and the uncertainty is real. But somewhere around year 5, that same check changes character completely. Same phone, same screen, glowing at 2 in the morning, but now you are checking in on something that is growing, something you built, something that is working even while you sleep, going from checking out of fear to checking out of genuine curiosity. That is what $100 a month actually buys you, not in month 1, in year 5. And the admission price is exactly $100 every month to get there. The $100 you invest this month will not feel like much this month, but it will shape the person making the decision next month and the month after that and the one after that. 30 years from now, that person will have built something the version of you reading this right now genuinely cannot picture yet. And it will all trace back to one decision, one Tuesday evening, one $100 transfer. If this opens something up for you, do one thing right now. Share this video with one person in your life who needs to hear it. Not someday, right now. One share could be the Tuesday evening moment for someone else. And if you want to go even deeper on this, our previous video, your life resets at these exact numbers. Here is the real math, breaks down the exact financial thresholds where your money situation completely changes gear. That one pairs perfectly with this one. Go watch it next. It is worth every minute.